So this is the little rabbit one. I'm not going to do, or rabbit, it's not a rabbit. I've got rabbits on the brain from last night. It's the little kangaroo. So that was a baby card, and that was out of the, I've used the, as you would know, the foil sheets and the matching DSP, the, what is it, Blushing Bride, Sahara Sand and Rococo Rose. So you've got the Rococo Rose ones, everyone's got the same. So and you would just do that. Yeah, I'm just going to put a happy birthday, and I'm using this one out of Peaceful Moments. I'm just going to stamp that there, and I have already embossed my foil and my, I debated whether to do that, but I don't think that's overkill. And just a little bit different than the pink one. The pale pink is really nice for a baby card. And it could be nice for a birthday card too, but just thought we'd do a different one. So let's get started. So Rococo Rose cardstock is, it's 5.5, that's what I did, not the same. So the first score line is, I've lost it now, 1.5. And we've got inches, 5 3/4 inches, 5 3/4, 9 3/8 is, it's one back from the 9.5. I think I can put that away for a second now. Finish these. Pretty simple, this card, but pretty effective too with these beautiful foils and the beautiful DSP. I'm just going to do that all the one way for a minute till I work out where I have to go. So I don't know if Rhonda saw this before, so what you've got is that. So where do I need to go? That one's right. That one's right too. So is that what I need? Oh yeah. So it goes like that. So I did it correctly. I think I just did them all the same way. So what you want to have is this panel there, and that opens up like that. Are you with me? The video hasn't caught up yet, so I'm just going to put that over to the side for a second. Because I'm not doing anything on my inside, I'm just going to open this up and see where I'm putting things, and just make sure I've cut them correctly too. Always double check, don't you? So that goes there. This little piece goes, no it doesn't. Oops, I'm up the wrong way, sorry. It's this way. That piece goes there. It's the same length. You know what I reckon? I reckon this folder shrinks things. I did one. Which one was it? I did something using this folder, and I can't remember. Oh, it was the one I did last night. And it actually, that's not going to bother me greatly. It actually shrinks it a bit, so it's not my cutting. I was getting all concerned. It's the embossing folder. So you want, oops, and we want that over there. This piece over here. I don't really think it matters which way up that goes, does it? I think it's two directional, but you probably want to make sure that you've got them both going in the same direction. Which is probably like that, is it? Just trying to figure that out. That. Maybe I've cut that on a different direction. Anyway, it's not going to matter too much. I might just adhere those down on the foil. Tone on tone. It's really hard to see where it's lined up, but I suppose that we could look at that in a positive way and think, well, no one's going to know if I've got it crooked. On the pinks anyway. And maybe these would have looked better with a white piece around them, but anyway, too late now. Just to highlight them. Press that down, and then just flipping this one over. I'm not going to. Just close that up. And then that's where you need your piece here. You can see where they go then. It's not that tricky. That gun goes there. It's pretty easier to see where they go with it closed. Oh yeah, that's right. Right, make sure that's straight on my block, and I think it is. My Rococo Rose ink, nice, I think. So that one just goes on here with wet glue because it's been embossed. And this I've used the stitched shapes dies to cut those ones. Now for the band, which I explained before, we're not doing it like the picture because I thought that was a bit of overkill. You could either do it around the back. This is way longer than you'll need, so all you do is try and line that up. I do on here. Don't need that much. So that when you fold it around, might need a bit more. It's fairly straight. You don't want it too firm because you want to be able to slide your card in and out. But you don't want it too loose either. Just find where that, I think that's pretty good. And that, and then I think I'll use tear tape for this because I don't want the glue to squish out everywhere. And you won't be able to see this anyway. That's why, because we've got an embellishment to cover this is why I'm doing it around the front. Otherwise, if I didn't have an embellishment that would cover, I would do this towards the back. My nails are working well to get that off today. And just, well, I want to cut a bit off that, so cut it about there. I'm just going to use my scissors because you're not going to see this, so it doesn't matter if it's crooked. I haven't cut off too much. Like that. And then just be careful where you put your glue for this. And I'd actually put the glue, not the glue, I might put use tear and tape again so that I'm not squishing glue out everywhere. Might be easier for today's card. Oh, come on. And then just pop your happy birthday, making sure it's straight. Is that straight? That's straight. And you're done. What, don't have those, just use whatever you've got. This, I think I put my butterfly around the wrong way, did I? Upside down. Which way are you meant to go? Let's put you there. And the envelope, well, I don't know. Did I put on the other one? I put the little, yeah, I'm not sure what I'm going to put on the envelope. Open it out, and I'd probably put something or other later, maybe. And maybe you guys have got ideas of what you would put there. Again, using Cocoa Rose. Anyone would think it was retiring, wouldn't they? So make sure you flip the page. Don't use the same scoring guidelines as for this one. Trimmer. Same idea, just a bit different with the DSP and so forth. And this one, did I say where I got this from? No, I didn't. That was remiss of me. I've got the one that I printed off over there. So this one, the card base is 5.5 by 11. Score at 1 3/4. That's actually nearly the same, I think, isn't it? No, we did 1.5 before. A little bit different. 1 3/4. I don't know if I cleaned that stamp. Yeah, I did. 1 3/4. No idea what these are going to look like. I used different paper for everyone. What's happened to my scoring tool? Is that right? Yeah. 1 3/4, 5.5. 5.5 and 9 3/4. One says fold in half on the score line, so I'll do that. Oh yeah, pretty easy to work out these ones, aren't they? But they're just a little bit different. While I'm saying that, how do we go? What's it done here? Oh, that way. That way. Just grab out my other card to make sure I've got it in the right spot. And you'll notice you don't have any green or pink to do that because no one's got that. I just, that was using the Stitched Blossoms set. So obviously I think I've given you either some little butterflies or some little pearls for that. Now let me just see. And you can see the difference in the colours too. Let me just see if I've done that right. I'm pretty sure I have. Yep, that's like that. And you just work out, and you can use whichever side of the design of the paper that you like. Also out of the Peaceful Moments set. I'll just go with this, just make sure it's straight. And I'll put my white bit in and then I'm going to work around it, okay? And those will stamp the greeting as well, which was just the happy birthday. I know we really should die cut after we've stamped, but I'm hoping that I won't mess up. Anyway, if I do, it's just a matter of die cutting another, isn't it? Just wanted to get that done so that I can put the ink away. Just clean though. Put this in. Just making sure I've got this the right way around. Yep. Stick this one down. Really, I don't suppose it matters where I put the DSP, but you know me, I like to fiddle around and make sure that everything matches, is matchy-matchy, and I don't want the two same ones together, and etc, etc. So should I have had two of those? Is that's what's... I did have two of those. Oh, there it is over there. I see it. I reckon I've cut mine a little bit narrower. And you do see that one. You do see that one. I probably want that one there. I do want this one here, sorry, because it's not going to be against the other one. Mine's a little bit not the same, but I don't want to hold you up by messing about cutting more. It looks like these ones are all the same. So the one that's a bit wider goes here. Now I'm going to have to use that, aren't I? Anyway, it's all out of the same pack, so it's not going to matter. Probably not ideally what I would do if I had lots of time. Just hope I'm not sticking... No, I hope I haven't done this to yours, because I seem to have messed up on my... those two are the same. On my sizes. Hopefully it's only with mine. Now, what do we do here? We do that, so that one doesn't get seen. That one does, and that one does. Easy to work out once you've got the inside done. So I don't want the green. I think I'll have the pinky one there. Which one do we want here? I think we want that one. I think I need to cut another piece thicker than that, wider than that, to go there, because it's not all the way. I've got a bit bamboozled with my measurements. Now that one can go there. It's a little bit trickier to work out, that one, or I could put that one. What do you reckon? I might put that one for change. Change from the flowers. I wouldn't worry about that if it wasn't on the front, but it's bothering me because it's not the right width. So then with this one, same deal as before, except that we've got this on top of here. I'm just not going to dimension this one. Always conscious of the bulk when you post things. And same as before, we'll just wrap this around here. I want my tear and tape for that. And then just wrap your belly band around, chopping a little bit off him. Do what I say, not what I do. Just chop that there. So I should have had that further over. Anyway, that'll be fine. I put these on here. sure you've all done a belly band before. Done one for a while, now we've got two at once. And ideally you probably, oh that's probably okay. I was going to say ideally you need to have that over a little bit, but it's okay. Now I might just put a couple of bits of this, or you could dimension that. I think I might have dimensioned my other one. But like I say, you don't want them too thick. That old postie charges you extra. You make them too thick, doesn't he? He or she. And you can decorate with whatever you have handy. I had no idea how this was going to turn out until I did it, of course. I've just got two little butterflies there. How cute. But yeah, I think I want that. Not quite sure what happened there. I think I like my navy one better. Anyway, got two different ones, haven't I? And I will fix that DSP there before I might even use a different piece, I'm not sure. Don't know, maybe the stripy one would look better there, do you think? I'm just going to pop it over the top of that anyway, but I'll do that later. All right, now for the technique card. Just show you some of the other ones that I've done. You would have had a read of that, and it's pretty easy, but it's also pretty effective, I think. So there's one that I've done. That's a retired die. This one's not, it's from the Stars. And I've used Daffodil Delight, looks like Coastal Cabana and Pacific Point on that one. That one I've used Coastal Cabana, Granny Apple Green, and that may be, looks very dark, it may be Crushed Curry even. Yeah, different to that one there, I think that's Daffodil and that's Crushed Curry. This one I've used, I thought I might use that today, but with different colours, because I've already used one with the flowers, and this one's with the, this is rather a cute card. This would be a good one for a class actually, and I've just used the panel and done the same technique, which is really great, and that's what your sanding blocks are for if you haven't worked that out. This was the one we are going to do today, but I'm going to use a different folder and we'll see how that goes. What I didn't do with your cards or mine till I was almost finished cutting up, oh, did I show you that one? I'm going to use this folder today, was when I did my first card, I started with a full piece of 10 by 14.3, and what I did for the envelope, as you'll see, whoops, it's gone a bit crooked, it's stuck to the plastic thing. Anyway, that's easy fixed. I just put the leftover pieces inside and on the envelope, but I forgot that, didn't I, when I did yours? So I have worked out something different if you just put a butterfly on the inside. So with our new brushes, I'll start with the lightest colour first, which was Seaside Spray. Work out which one I had for which. I think this one looks like the lighter one. So you're going to always start off the edge of your paper. debated whether I'd do this before class and just explain what I did, but I thought, no, it doesn't really, seems to take long when you're the one doing it, but really it's only 2:30, so we've got plenty of time. Just be interested to see what this will look like with a different folder. So Sharon and Rhonda, I was discussing with Andrea before you got on. You can let me know in the comments how would it affect you if I changed the day to Friday, or failing that I could do both days, because both Andrea and Jeanette said that they would come if it was Friday. I've got Mary coming on Saturday and Rhonda and Sharon, but so that would be 5. So we could all do it on the same day, or if days weren't suiting, I could do 2 days. Bit rash, aren't I? Now, we did the magenta in the middle. If you don't have magenta, use whatever other colour you would like, because there's no magenta anywhere else on the card. But an option would be melon mambo, and we've all got that. Well, pretty sure we do. Or any other pink. You could use flirty flamingo. You might want to use pink. I'm a bit of a pink girl, so I really like pink. Not everybody does. Both my granddaughters are not really, well, they don't despise pink, but they don't, it's not their favourite colour. Chelsea's is blue, and so's Alira's, and Aaliyah's is purple. Well, if it's still purple, I haven't checked in for a while. They change, don't they? So just build up a fair bit of colour, because when you sand it, you want to have that effect. So I'll just go back to my Seaside spray now and just blend in those 2 colours so that I'm not having a sharp line. And I've got a kind of a purpley colour there then. Then we're going to go to the peacock. If you don't have peacock, if you have, say, island indigo or something like that, just use that. Just use whatever you've got. I'm sure you've got something that'll look fine. Because it's kind of a teal colour, the peacock. I think you'd get away with island indigo, or there was another colour that we had a while back, wasn't there? That was a bluey green. I just can't think what it was. It was when we had fresh fig. What was that colour? Probably still got it. Was it taken with teal or no? No, that's a while ago. No, it's not coming to me. I think I might even have it in my ink pads, retired ones that I've got down below there. If you've got it, you'll know what I'm talking about, won't you? Then I'm going to just try and, again, get rid of that line there in between the pink and the peacock. I'll just go back in with a bit of pink there too. That's pretty good. Before I close that up, I do want to, I'm just going to, oh, these things dry out. Can't believe this weather, can you? So warm. Every time I think, oh, it's set to change, goodbye, nice weather, it warms up again. Just going to find my little thingy. And I've used the Just For You out of the Sweet Strawberry set. This has got some cute greetings. That was so sweet of you. Just for you. Happy birthday, you sweet thing. Hello there and thank you. And I like the Just For You because then it can be for anything, can't it? So I'm just going to put that on a small block if I can find one. Have that done before I close up the ink pads. Trouble with these photopolymer ones, they stick to your fingers. So I did mine in Peacock. I always like to test my stamps out before I stamp. Because the first stamp is always a bit wishy-washy, like that one was. For some reason, maybe it's me. Because that's polymer, it doesn't matter that I die cut it first. Now, just want to, what I thought I might do, wasn't sure which colour, but I think I had a bit of a practice before. This is from the Floating and Fluttering set. And I thought I might just put, oops, got a bit of ink on there as well. Thought I might just put that either down the bottom, or I was thinking in the middle like that. Let's see. Yeah, so it's just a faint, and you've still got the butterfly theme. Nothing in there. So we might do the same. No, we might not do the same on the envelope. We'll do the full strength one. Let's make sure I've got my butterfly. And we'll just go off the corner. If you don't have this, we've got a few different butterfly sets you could use. Always stick my finger in those inks when I'm closing them up. Next is the exciting bit. And with these brushes, you just want to, you can dry clean them. This is what we call dry cleaning them. So you just want to get off whatever you can. I'm just going to take a bit with the darker colours. That was just to show you. The pink's going to take a bit. But I would use this brush for my pinks, my dark pinks and my reds, and I'd have another brush for my light pinks. But if you don't want to buy the whole heap of brushes, or until you get more, you can just clean them with a baby wipe to get that intense colour off, or you can clean them on your scrub. Have to wait for them to dry though if you do that. Now I'm just going to run that through. I'll just go through the folders that I have used. I need to show you that before. I didn't. I'm going to use that one for that. That's stamp set. So I didn't bring out the one that goes with this one, but I think you know what I mean, that one. And that one's the one I used for that one. Pretty obvious. That one I used the Dainty Diamonds. So you need to use a 3D embossing folder. I'm not sure if I said that or not. And for this one that I'm casing today, my card, I use the tin tile. So whichever look, once you see what I'm about to do, you'll be able to make up your own mind. Just looking for my block. So I probably want the light blue up the top to signify the sky. I'm just going to hop over to the big shot or the die cutting machine, Big Boss, and emboss this. I did see my standing block there somewhere. I have a Stampin' Up one. We used to have these blocks, but I purchased your ones I've put in your kit. Yours have looked a bit different. You'll know what it is. It's a sanding block. So then this is all you do. And you have the white showing through. Oh yes, I think I'm going to like this a lot. keep going. Don't be too rough with it. You don't want to tear your paper. Because we can't get these anymore. But those, the ones that I gave you, I got them in that cheap shop just here in Terang, and just cut them in half. They were, I don't know what they were called. I'd have to have a look on the, got a couple of spare ones. I'd have to have a look on the packet. But anyway, you've got yours now, got it in your kit, so you don't need to buy one, do you? Win-win. Just bring up these flowers a little bit. Anyone? Maybe no one's talking, so I can't see any comments. Maybe you're flat out creating, are you? Or you're looking for an embossing folder that you might like to use. Make sure it's a 3D one. Now you make a mess all over your paper and everywhere. Just flick that off. Actually, it's good to have and I do have one in my stamp room, a rag to get that all off with. Just let me get all this fluff up here. Not fluff, it's paper. And that's what you're left with. I could sand that a bit more, but I'm quite happy with that. Now I'll bring back my card that I'm casing. So it's just a matter of putting that across there, and that can go there. Just want a piece of tape that I can put that across with. So I've got that on that line. I think that's straight. I'll have a look from the front in a sec. Not quite straight. You can straighten it up. And then what I did was I cut this in half. Actually, probably could have used a bit of sticky. I usually do use a bit of snail or something with that, but you can easily poke some glue dots through there. You can actually fray this if it's, did I do here? I'm just going to look at this one. Oh yeah, I see. That can go there. Chop that off. I kind of want you looking at me the right way. My sentiment might be enough to, oops, why aren't you behaving? Might be enough to keep that down. Might not need any glue dots there. If I was going to have glue dots, I'd need to put them. Yeah, no, that'll be all right. I'll just make sure I put plenty of sticky on here. Could pop it up if you want. I'm not going to. So I want it to adhere to the ribbon and stick it really well. I didn't die cut your sentiment pieces because you've all got your own. You could use a punch, you could use anything. Anything you've got. You might want to put a bigger sentiment. Now if I stick that down, that should adhere really well to that ribbon. And it does. So then, because it's embossed, you need something strong like your wet glue or your seal. And that will go in here. And then onto here. Oh, I really like this. It's really pretty. I like it better than my original one. Not that one, but the one I did with this folder, with the yellows and oranges. Maybe because I'm not a yellow and orange person. I'm really not. And then I've just given you a little tiny butterfly. Kind of thinking maybe there. Just make a decision, Cheryl, and stick with it. Rightio. Do the inside one. Make sure I've got the right size, seeing as yep, that's right. Seeing as I haven't on that other one. Make sure you've got it in the right way around. Whoops. Then you'll be able to either just write something or stamp something over the top of that. You could either stamp it in black if the colours aren't current anymore. And I've done my envelope with that. So I am really pleased with how that card turned out. Alrighty, just leave me a comment and I'll have to make a decision. Decisions. Okay, thanks everyone for joining.